What's up, Outlaws? Outlaw Nation, we appreciate you and everything you've been doing for us. Look, over 70% of you now, I think it's like 76% of you are watching the videos, but you're not subscribed. Do me a favor, subscribe. Everybody else, all you other Outlaws, I appreciate you for putting all these comments in. Put more comments in. The more comments, the more likes, the more shares, the better chance we have to hit this algorithm so people can see the content. All right, guys, so I posted the World War III Survival Sustainment Kit. Everything I'm doing as a kit is what I would take with me in the event something happens in the United States, okay? SHTF, whatever it is you think is gonna happen in the United States. And right now, the thing on everybody's mind is a possibility of World War III. And so what I want you to think is World War III comes to the United States, and this is the kit that you need. Note, this is not the kit your family needs. Because here's my point. If World War III hits the United States, if there's an economic collapse and everything goes down, and all of a sudden it's brother against brother or a foreign force against us, we can't sit around and hide in our house, right? We're gonna have to go out and do something about it. So this is the sustainment kit so you can go out and do something about it. So let's talk the assault right now. 3-day assault kit, all right? Trust me, you're gonna wanna wait till the end of this video to hear about all the stuff that you wonder what everybody carries, but you didn't know what it was. It's that part that you thought, ooh, I didn't know that I needed this, or what was it that these guys carry? I got it, I'm gonna show you. All right, guys, for our first deal is our backpack for an assaulter's kit. This is a Camelback. I think it's discontinued. It doesn't matter, just pick a 3-day pack. I have this issue with my shoulders. I've always had broad shoulders, and so smaller packs cut the circulation off to my neck. So being a big bull neck guy and big broad shoulders, I found this Camelback, it works. I don't ever get rid of it because I can carry it all day and it doesn't hurt me. Another one that works well for me is the Mystery Ranch 3-day pack. Don't go buy a new pack, just use the pack that you have for your assaulter's pack. Note, if you are gonna buy a new pack and say, what do you recommend? I'd pick the Mystery Ranch 3-day assault pack. Inside my pack, the most important thing that you need to see is the water hydration system. This is something that you guys forget all of the time is you are continuously thinking, what gadgets and gear can I buy? What do I need to effectively do a 3-day assault bag or 3-day, this is assault, not bug out, assault pack. The biggest thing is water, guys. I also carry 2 extra containers of water with me. I carry these with me, one so I can purify water, so I'd purify it. This is the Grail, G-R-A-Y-L, and this is just a Nalgene. If you can get a couple of these Nalgenes, that's fine. So I have the bladder, the Grail that I would fill it up with, and then I'll fill up my Nalgenes so that I can drink. And so I look at it as sip on the water all day out of your pack, out of your bladder, chug the water out of your Nalgene, and purify it with your Grail. Sounds crazy, but the thing that you're gonna want the most in any kind of assault or any kind of patrol, long range patrol, any of that is gonna be water. Your body is gonna need water. If you're somebody who works outside, a construction worker, or if you were previously in the military, you absolutely know that the thing you need more than anything is water. You'll find that you won't actually sip on water, you will chug water, and your body will tell you how much water you need by how much you chug. And so this is the ability for me to purify, chug, and sip throughout the day, mission, whatever you have. All right, guys, ammunition. On myself right now, on my assaulter's kit, I have 3 mags on my body, 1 mag on my belt for a ready mag, and 1 or 2 mags on my gun, just depends on which gun I'm taking for the day. Beyond that, everything else I put inside my magazine. What I would recommend is however many you carry on you, carry that many in your pack that gives you a 2-day loadout. We'll talk in another video on team loadouts, but right now this is specifically for you. And you have to remember that each one of these magazines start adding up in weight. So thinking you need to carry 20 or 30 magazines because you're gonna get in some sustained, gigantic, movie type firefight is not really reality. I think if you study any kind of gunfights, you find that about 3 magazines get you out of everything, which is why 3 magazines is kind of the standard now. I know it was 7, I think for the big army it's still 7, but I carry 3 on my chest, 1 on my belt, then the gun, and then everything else I carry in my pack. So carry an extra 5 or 6 mags in your pack, and then know that another team member is gonna carry some more. But always have this ready to go inside your assault pack. I also have it in my sustainment pack and my bailout pack. Those magazines go all over, as well as my little ready pack. Extra clothing that you need to add to augment. Remember, your sustainment kit is gonna be somewhere near you, and this is gonna be your assault pack. You don't want your assault pack to be too heavy because it can't weigh you down. So you need just the essentials and then plus a few little augmentating things. So weather depending, I have a balaclava. I may need to be there and nobody know who I am. I may need to be there, it's cold or windy outside. I cross over and bring my schmog. My schmog can work for a lot of things. Maybe it's hot outside, maybe it's cold outside. Maybe I need to cover myself up, or maybe I need to use it for a bag to take something with me, or some medical device, carry a schmog. I carry an extra pair of socks. Socks are key. If your feet get wet on your three-day adventure, however long it is, or your one-day assault, and your feet get wet, you'll get blisters. Add some moleskin in there for safety, but always have at least one extra pair of socks so that your feet will dry out and not stay wet. Right now where I'm at, I keep long johns with me because it's cold. It's still waking up and it's 20 degrees in the morning. If you're assaulting, you're constantly moving, but you still may need some long johns. So I have the lightest set of long johns that I can possibly get. I have a set of really thick gloves. So I add the thick gloves where if I'm having to drive something, a four-wheeler or like a buggy, or maybe I'm just out in it and I'm having to hike and my hands are getting really, really cold, I have these thick gloves for that. If I knew it was gonna be raining really hard, I have a rain suit in my sustainment bag. If it's not raining really hard and it might rain or the wind might blow, I carry these Beyond clothing soft shells. These fleece soft shells are wind resistant and water resistant, and they add up to be your sleep system. Remember, whenever you have an assaulter's pack, your intention is probably not to sleep much, if at all, while on that, whatever you want to call it, mission, exploration, whatever you want to do. Your intention is not to sleep. You're not trying to be comfortable. If you do sleep, you're going to sleep in your clothes. So because it's 20 degrees, I'll be able to put on all of this extra fleece layers, have all of my other gear on, take my backpack off, sleep on my backpack, keep my rifle next to me, but still be able to get up and move immediately if I had to, because you're probably not going to sleep more than 2 or 3 hours at a time anyway. I keep a couple different sets of gloves with me. I keep these Wiley X assaulter's gloves with me. You want to use gloves as much as you can so that it protects your hands from small things, stickers, grabbing something that's too hot, maybe a small, piece of glass or a knife cut. You want to be able to have these. Also, if you're shooting a bunch and your gun heats up, you want to be able to grab that gun and not have to worry about something being too hot, pokey, sticky, any of that. So always keep gloves on you. I keep a set of leather gloves. Same set of leather gloves, they'll move from kit to kit with me. The reason why is I may have to use a shovel, an axe, a sledgehammer. I may be breaching and I don't want something to cut my hands, so I'm gonna have on leather because I really need my hands. All right, guys, I also got a small little sustainment, what I would call E&E kit, right? Evade and evacuate, get out of there fast, evade and escape. And so I have a way to make fire. I have a Leatherman tool inside of here. I have a little bit of lighter fluid so that I could start an emergency fire. I have some cord and just some odds and ends, a little flashlight and some extra batteries that if I had to run and escape and evade, I would just take this, escape and evade. All right, guys, so I also have a lockpick kit. It's about the size of a magazine. It goes with me everywhere I go. It has a set of bump keys, several shims, and shims to be able to do locks. You need to spend some time learning how to do lock picking, but it's pretty handy. Where I also find it handy is I'm not the best lock pick, but some of my friends are, and when I need something done, I can say, hey, I got a lock pick kit. All right, gas mask. Sometimes you need a gas mask, sometimes you don't. You always need to have one with you. It depends on what your environment that you're going into is as to whether or not you will take it. So if you knew you were gonna assault and you had CS gas, tear gas, OC, you want the mask. If you knew it was in a post-nuclear environment, you want the mask so that you're not breathing in the particles. So there's a few things that you might need a mask for, especially in America, because the chance of you getting gassed are really high. So whether you carry it with you on the assault or not will depend on your intel, but you should have a mask. You don't actually have to get a super expensive mask like this. Just get one. You can get an Israeli one cheap because you need to breathe. Binoculars. These are Leica GeoVid 3200s with the rangefinder inside of them. I keep a Alaskan guide case with them. Inside here, I've got an extra knife, a tourniquet, some extra hearing pads, and then some lens cleaning wipes. You need to understand that you have to be able to see. This is something that we pass up all of the time, is we think that we're just going to go out there and see with our regular eyes. This 10 power binoculars gives you the ability to see people that you didn't see, movement that you didn't see, and get ranges that you didn't know were there. So I would always have a set of binoculars, and if you can, range finding binoculars, because day or night, you need to be able to see, and you'll be surprised how much you'll even see at night with a good set of binoculars. All right, I keep a Winkler hatchet inside. I think this one's called the Warhawk. The strict purpose of this is a breaching tool. If I need to breach into something, if I need to get into a door, if I need to pry with it, this thing is tough enough that I can get into it. I don't carry it in my belt. I carry it on my pack to use if I have to breach. I have a whole nother video coming on a breacher's kit, but this is a breacher's tool that stays with me in my assault pack. All right, guys, food. I don't carry a lot of food with me because you don't have to eat that much. Carry 2 to 3 MREs with you. You can also get power bars if you need to lighten up. It depends on how much load you're carrying. In my personal kit, with what I can possibly carry and still be very mobile, I keep 2 MREs with me, and I will eat them over a 3-day period as we continue throughout whatever assault we were trying to do. All right, individual first aid kit. I keep an extra one with me. There are a lot of good first aid kits out there. Dark Angel. There are a lot of good first aid kits you can grab. You can even make your own. If I was recommending one to you right now, I'd say go to North American Rescue. Everything that you can buy in everybody else's $200 kit, you can get it for $100. So you can grab one from them if they have them in stock. Have an individual IFAK on your kit and have one in your bag, because you may need to use one on your buddy, and that gives you the ability to have one on your for you and for your buddy. All right, here's that interesting stuff. You guys were wondering, what is the rest of the stuff? You're like, dang, this assaulter's kit's not that cool. You're right, it's not that cool. All you really need is ammo and water, a little bit of food, some augmentation tools, and then you need mission essential gear. What is mission essential gear? If you're in the military or you have access to military things, it may be frags, it may be C4, it may be sheets, it may be radios, it may be a larger, a backpack radio, that sort of thing for your mission essential gear. For your mission essential gear. You may be, your portion of a breacher's tool, so you may be carrying the bolt cutters, you may be carrying the sledgehammer. For me and what I have, this is what I'm using. So my main way to see in the daytime and some at night is these Leica binoculars. My main way to see at night is these PVS 31s mounted on an Ops Core ballistic helmet. I use these will always go everywhere with me so that I can see at night, or if you were assaulting for some reason and you needed to go from daylight into dark, you have this set. But you need to be able to augmentate this, because not all of the time are you just immediately using you need to be able to augmentate this, because night vision only picks up so far. Even very good ones like the PVS 31s, they only see so far. They don't pick up everything, and they don't pick up everything a long ways away, and they don't necessarily pick up people hiding. So for those people that are hiding, or animals that are hiding, or whatever it is you need to see, I use these thermals. They're BAE Systems UTB-X. They're an older model, but they're still an amazing model. They take 1, 2, 3 batteries, so I keep a lot of extra 1, 2, 3 batteries with me. One set will last a night, so I keep enough for 5 nights in case you got stuck out there a little bit longer. But adding these UTBs to your kit, and I realize not everybody's going to be able to add these, I just wanted to show you some of the things that I can add to my kit to make sure that I can see threats at night. Another thing that I add is a UTC-X. This UTC-X clicks on the front of your rifle in front of your scope and gives you the ability to see thermal targets at night and still be able to fire through your rifle and find the stuff that you couldn't see on night vision. I can't tell you how many times you think that you see something on night vision, throw up the thermals, and there's way more out there than you thought was out there. So night vision is great. Thermals are king. And don't forget, you're still gonna have to, do the business out there, so keep the baby wipes with you. Baby wipes, work for that part, but it also works for a lot of other things. You might find that you get some OC on you, or you might find that you get a bad cut, and you can add those baby wipes to, you know, wipe yourself off and get you clean. And then everybody says, hey man, you need a boo-boo kit. Here's my boo-boo kit. It's duct tape. I can't tell you how many times I have cut myself or got a gigantic splinter or something that makes your hands miserable or your body miserable. Using baby wipes and duct tape is better than any Band-Aid you ever had or Neosporin. Again, you're not gonna be there that long. You just gotta tape stuff up and cover it up and get out of there for better medical attention. So this whole, I need a boo-boo kit and have all these, you don't need that stuff. Good old 1-inch duct tape does it every time. All right, Outlaws, thanks for watching. This is your assault kit. It's not that sexy, is it? You need a lot of water. You need extra ammo. You need mission essential stuff and some weather stuff that augmentates your gear. And if you have that, you're ready to do your patrol, your assault, whatever it is you need. This is not bushcrafting. I'm not out there making chairs. I'm not out there making traps. I'm not trying to sustain. I'm not looking for food. I'm out to do a specific thing and come back to my base. And that's what this kit's for. All right, Outlaws, do me a favor. There is stuff YouTube is not gonna let me say. They're already dinging me. TikTok just freaking kills me. So I've had like 3 or 4 channels now on TikTok. If you're not watching TikTok, you should watch it. I yip a little too much. Go to Patreon, please. Patreon helps us out. The more we have on Patreon, the more we can bring this to you. We have a gigantic project coming up. We're working with James Yeager on, and you're gonna see, it's a gigantic project we need a lot of funding for. And I hate asking for money, but if you can support us on Patreon, that's gonna help us out a ton. Stay tuned for more.